Well, congratulations on tonight. How do you feel that this movie is finally coming to the masses?
uh, I know now what it's like to give birth. My wife always said to me, you don't know what it's like to give birth. But I mean, obviously, this is far less painful, but it's very rewarding, and I'm very happy to have gotten to this point. We put a lot of effort into it, labor of love. My goal always was to share with a wider audience the things that motivate me, the things that speak to me, the things that I love. I love this territory because, I'm the son of a rabbi. I grew up studying the Bible. I grew up immersed in all these biblical stories, and here's where they happened. And so what this does is it takes a lot of these stories and the values and the people and the heroes, and it sort of takes them from the world of legend, the world of myth, and it brings them to the world of truth. Because when you see it, you believe it. It really happened. And I got such a kick out of doing this and walking in the steps of all our biblical heroes that I'm just so happy to share that with other people.
What do you want American Christians to know about Israel and its significance to our religion and to our history?
Well, this is where the Christian faith was born. And this is where the Christian values, I think, were really born. I mean, they're Judeo-Christian values. We have the same biblical values. We stand for the same thing. And I'd like the Christian audience to understand that this territory, this little tiny strip of land, is very important, to Jews and Christians alike. I mean, I think that Jewish or Christian, if you're able to make a trip, and not everybody can do it, but if you're able to make a trip or at least watch the film and put yourself back in time to the places where you studied and where you learned and where the themes that we all hold dear, I think it energizes your batteries. It makes you more faithful, more serious about your faith, and I hope that comes across. And mostly, I hope people care about this land. This is land that's in the middle of a lengthy dispute going on for years. It's rarely thought about in this context. It's talked about in terms of demographics. It's talked about in terms of security, but it's not usually assessed in terms of its holiness and its sanctity. But it is a sacred land, and I think that is a very big part of the equation to finding the ultimate solution to this 100-year dispute.
Yeah. So are Christians free to share their faith in Israel?
Yes. I mean, there's I noticed with some dismay at some point, maybe a month or two ago, where there was a very unfortunate episode where there were some Christian believers who were harassed. That really is the man bites dog story, not the dog bites man. It happens very rarely, and it was condemned by every leader of the government, from Netanyahu to President Herzog. And I can tell you, I just heard a speech the other day by the Prime Minister about how the Christian world, the evangelical Christians in particular, but the Christian world, are Israel's best friends. And he meant it.
Yeah. So what is your hope ultimately for this movie?
I want people to care about biblical Israel the way that I do. I want them to see in this the opportunity to bring the Bible to life, to become more energized in their faith, and to really be in a position where it's easier for them to believe in what they already believe, but it becomes easier and more profound, that belief, because it really did happen.
Well, one day I hope I get to go.
You will go, and when you do, you call me and we'll take you around.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.